All right, all right, all right. Sister Deborah, she all comfy, sick, very sick, but I'm going to just continue um, trusting in the Most High, Ahia. I appreciate the Father when He allowed me to also go through uh, what many will and have gone through. Because when you've gone through something, you can tell somebody something. So I, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Ahia has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. The title of this message is We Have Roamed Ahia for Years. And even in the year of 2022, we still walk around here as if we are holier than thou. I mean, we have no mercy, no grace, no compassion for people. Period. It's just not there. And everybody to me seems like everyone wants to role play. They want to put on clown clothes and role play this thing. But I come to say to you, you know, it's been a long time, and you have really disrespect the Most High Ahia. You have wronged him. You have profaned his name. You have did everything you possibly can against who he stands for. And then have the audacity to talking about we the true Jews. And you're the true ones that have been acting a monkey since the beginning of time, all the way up until Revelation. Yes, you are the true ones that has been clowning, even after you were called as his people, after you were called as his children. It did not change your heart, your mind, your spirit, your action. No grace in you, no mercy in you, no compassion in you. And I think that today I'm going to cover that because I think we done went a little bit overboard. We've gone overboard with this here, and I want to address it because you have a lot of our men on these devil platform that shows no compassion, no mercy, no grace. I'm serious. They don't know nothing, and they love to represent a higher the way they want to represent him, or the way they feel he, the way they feel that the way they desire to represent him, he's going to have to accept them in that form. No, he's not, baby. He didn't then, and he's not going to do it again. He's not going to. Because if that was the case, why are you still over here in the land of your captive? You better think about these things. And I think it's a lot of things that the true Jews never really gave it a thought while they run in their mouth talking about we the true Jews. Yes, you need to dig in this book. You need to get in there. And I know it. These men will not. They will deny this book before they get in this book and teach truth and teach spirit and truth. They will deny the book before they get in here and speak spirit and truth. They would deny to their brother on their left. They would deny to their brother on their right. They would deny to the audience on the media. I mean, they would deny it up and down. They would deny it. That's why I say in the next year, you're going to see a lot of them curse the Bible itself. They're going to curse it their way. They're going to tell you this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. This is not right, this is not, this is not. See, these are people who are not taught by the Ruach HaKodesh. These are the people who are not taught by the Ruach HaKodesh. And I believe 99.9 of the true Jews have not been taught by the Ruach HaKodesh. Because if, and only if, they were taught by the Ruach HaKodesh, they'll understand the true teacher is him. So anything somebody put in the book, it don't matter. Do you have a true teacher resting in you? Do you have a true teacher teaching you spirit and truth? Do you have a true teacher convicting you, bringing, chastising you, disciplining you, knocking all those feelings and those emotions down? If he's not in you like that, that's what you call greater. If he's not in you like that, then you do not have who you think you have. what they think is they have the Father with them. As long as the Father is okay in their lifestyle, the way they do things, the way they feel about things, the way they act toward things, the way they conduct themselves. Now, if a higher would step into them and say, okay, I'm for you, they would do even greater wicked and evil. They are doing greater wicked and evil because they have formed their own understanding. They have formed their own knowledge. They have formed their own wisdom. They have formed their own religion. And Sister Deborah just come and tell you, for so long, we have wronged him in every shape, form, and fashion. And we should not have, and nor should we continue. Because this is not who he stands for. He deserved more than that. He deserved more than what we are putting out. Because we ain't putting out crap. We ain't putting out crap. But we call it righteous. And none of it is righteous. Let me correct that. You ain't calling it righteous because it's not found in you. You just calling your emotions and your personal opinion, your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding in your flesh. And you teach the multitude that which you feel within you. Because a higher is a chastiser. He's a discipline. He's a corrector. He don't come and correct you once every 3 or 4 years. Oh, no. I'm a living witness. When he wants to correct me, he'll correct me instant. He don't wait 2 or 3 years or 6 months and 3 months or a month. He said, baby, bam, 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 bam. All righty, Father, forgive me. You see, that's the true Ruach HaKodesh. He wouldn't be letting these people make their own rules and their own laws and their own commandments and their own will out of their flesh and say they represent him. No, you don't. And the sad part is about it. Wait a minute, hold up. We are in that hour. We are in that hour. And that means you go on sliding and gliding, thinking that everything is good and well. How you don't have no problem with that. I'm going to tell you what I learned about the Creator. The Creator don't move on Deborah's time. The Creator don't move in my emotions and in my feelings. He moves on his set time and his set will. Now, let me tell you something, though. When I've been in 3 situations where I said to the Father, okay, I know you see this. I know you see this. And when I come out like that, bam, he on it. I try not to use that because that is the ultimate one. That's the one my mom say, when situation come, pray for that individual. But when it comes so hard to the point where I have to drop to them knees and speak directly to the Father regarding, okay, you see this. You see this. And then I become the individual who wants to deal with it in the flesh. So Father knows what he has orchestrated and how I'm his clay that he has molded. So I just thank him for coming in and doing things on my behalf when it get to the point of either me do it or my Creator. You see what I'm saying? And he's always on time. So don't let nobody tell you he's not on time. And I want to cover something. Don't ever think because someone has passed away or someone has chosen wicked and evil or someone has died or is the product of somebody doing something to you. Don't ever say that, y'all. Please don't lie on my Father. Please don't lie on my Father. Because the Father or higher don't work on our behalf that way. He does not work like that. You see what I'm saying? See, life and death is in his hand. And when we tell you somebody can come back and tell you, Yeshua HaMashiach will tell you any day. These are in the power of the Father, not in my power. See, even he knows that there's things that has nothing to do with you. It's in the power of the Father. But it's not because it's in the power of what we want him to do or what somebody have done to us. You see what I'm saying? It's still going according to his head. They died, and that's what they get. They're always bothering us, or they always please don't y'all do that. Don't do that, because that does not represent the Most High. That's not how he rumble. Life and death is in his hand. in his hand. And when we tell you what hand that is, the right hand. That's where all the power is at. And he said that you're born. You come in and you go, every man, woman, boy, and girl. So when we take on, if somebody doing something to us, that's why a higher allowed this to happen. Please don't use it like that. Please, because that's not who he is. That's not who I come to know. That's not the Most High that I've come to know. He don't rumble that way. That's not how he move about things. But life and death is in his hand. 100, without a doubt. Okay? So I want to start in Isaiah. So please don't use that, because I notice people use that big time, especially those who lead the multitude. If somebody do something to them or say something about them, whenever something happened, they use what happened to the individual to verify that they are holy than thou, and you to mess with a higher holy than thou. That is not of Yah. That is not of the Most High or higher. He do not rumble with our wickedness and our wicked heart. That's not how he rumble. So we want to use that to make us feel like we are in there with him, but that's not how he does it. Before that person even came in his mother's womb, or her coming to her mother's womb, they had a day in and a day out. It ain't got nothing to do with what somebody are saying to you, or what some spoken regarding you. A highest already have the day in and the day out. When we place it in our authority, we teach it's the multitude that's under us to believe that. And then the multitude be, what do the multitude do? Want me to tell you? What would you think? Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. What do you think the multitude do? They begin to look at you as a God. They begin to praise you. They begin to fear you. You see? They begin to look at and fear you, because if they say something that you're doing or something you're out of line or whatever, it's like so fearful because somebody said something about you and look what happened to them. Don't y'all? It's called sorcery and witchcraft, which a lot of these places, a lot of these camps, a lot of these churches, a lot of these here homeland farms that they got multitude of people on it. A lot of these places have that. They want to use that as a form of control and bring the fear on the people, so the people will fear them before anybody cross that line and say anything. Well, okay, they're going to say, oh, when they said so-and-so said that, you see what happened. Don't ever let a leader, and that's mainly who does it. Nobody else does that but these leaders. And they don't even understand it's clocked in. Excuse me. A higher is clocking that in on your judgment. He's clocking it in because he knows that he didn't give you the key to life and death. And no one leaves out of here because of what they're doing to someone who ain't even following the Most High or higher, who don't even if you're following him, that's not how he rumbles. Now, he do move things out of your way, but not like that. And he do not want you to boost yourself and get glory for anything that has happened. You see, we have to always see him in any and everything and stop making it look like things are running and going our way. No, we need to start looking at his way. So we're going to cover how wrong we've been to him. And let's go to, we're going to start with Isaiah 58. In Isaiah 58 and verse 1. Isaiah 58 and verse 1. And this is what is said. Cry loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin. The house of Jacob their sins. How many times have Sister Deborah got on here talking about the house of Jacob cutting up from the floor? How many times have I said that? Does it matter? It mattered to the Most High if you speak on it. But to them, oh no, you're not supposed to speak. So it's so many ways they got set up so they won't have to hear spirit and truth. It's so many ways that they got set up so their people can't see the marvelous light. You see? So people are blocked from spirit and truth. People are blocked from the light because they chose to idol an individual instead of idling the Ruach HaKodesh that is their true teacher, and he is the Holy Ghost. Holy Spirit. Okay? So therefore, it says in Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1, cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people. Notice he said my people. Did not he say that in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6? He called them my people, but he said they perish. Wait a minute, Father Yah. 1 minute you don't call them your people, but then you say they perish. And how do they perish? Due to lack of knowledge. And why? Because they reject knowledge. And what you're going to do? I'm going to reject them and their children. That's what he said. So why do we take him not at his word? We don't take him at that, even to today. That's how I said we have wronged him so long to where we think our right is right and his right is wrong. And we are creating that in the mindset of people today. So when that time, I ain't gonna say that time, and so when that hour is at hand, then people gonna be looking to and fro, and they're not going to be able to find their way to the open door because they have looked the way of man. They have understood the way of man. They have went the way of man. Okay, now, and I like how he says that, even though he called them my people, just like the many of them was on YouTube last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks, talking about we the true Jews. And you need to be in this book trying to understand what do true Jews mean and how have true Jews conduct themselves since the beginning of time. And you know what they would do? They would curse this book and turn their back totally from it before they would take out of this book all the information Ahia has allowed to rest therein. They would call it not true. They would turn their back so fully from this book, just like Deuteronomy 28. Look how they turned their back fully. Only one part that they want in Deuteronomy, 2 parts, maybe 3, and that is the ships, slave, and oppress. That's it. That's it. They don't want the end game of it. They don't even want the beginning of how he was loving on us in such a special way by telling us, if you do this, I do this for you, I do this. They don't even want that part. They don't even teach you all that part. You know why? They want to build up their own religion, and they have. It's called the Hebrew Israelite movement awakening, and it is a man-based, a Negro religion by the Hebrew, so-called Hebrew Israelite men. And it's not coming to unite you. That's why you can't see why none of these men can unite. That should be a question mark in your sick mind. That should be the number one question mark. Why y'all say y'all got it, you this, you that, but why y'all can't unite? What's going on up here? What's the problem? Y'all's trying to say this and that. How are your sons and daughters seeing you? They don't see you united, but they see you cursing and acting a fool on these corners. They see you on YouTube doing videos to the liking of your own self. These children ain't seeing you unite. They ain't seeing you bringing peace. They ain't seeing you resting in joy. They ain't seeing you loving on the most high or higher, making the world wrong and making him right. No, they don't see none of that. They don't see spirit and truth. They don't see the light. These children don't see that because these men never were the type of people that gave their children anything to go on. And that's where the whole problem is at. They have been what he said they have been. So when they sitting around talking about we the true Jews, take your true Jews butt back and read what the true Jews been doing since the beginning of time. Thousands of years. Read what the true Jews been doing. And what it'll do is it should cause you to sit your tail down and shut your mouth and serve the most high or higher in spirit and truth and in the light. But no, they ain't gonna want that. Like I said, before the year, when the year of 2023, you're gonna hear a lot of these Hebrew Israelite men coming along cursing this book, saying, oh, they're gonna even curse Deuteronomy 28. They're gonna curse everything in the book that they can find because they don't want a highest word chastising them people. They don't want a highest word disciplining them. They don't want no part of my Father's word. They don't want his guidance. They don't want nothing, baby. They don't want nothing from him. They want to build their own religion based on their own flesh wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And they is off the chain. Never in my life have I seen me with so many emotional feelings all caught up. It's because they don't have the Ruach HaKodesh. If they had the Ruach, guess what? All that stuff will be intact. It'll be in order. And that's what I'm saying to you all. Don't get caught up from the flow up listening to these people on this devil platform, even these women, because these women are coming on here off the chain, talking about they prophets. It's nothing you said in such a midnight hour as we are in that's bringing the people to deliverance, that's turning the people to righteous, or giving the people spirit and truth so they can see the light. Nothing. But yet, you started getting likes and subscribers. And that's fine and dandy too. Don't think my father didn't know about this, y'all. Matter of fact, now one of them could have had this platform without that right hand. That's what I come to know of. See, most of them don't know nothing about that right hand. 99.3, you know nothing about that stretched out arm either. Because that stretched out arm is bad. That stretched out arm is bad. It'll reach all the way down to hell. In the core of hell. And bring a neck of the devil up. That's what I'm telling you all. You just don't know who you're dealing with. And do you think they care? No, they don't. I was in the water today washing dishes. Sick, I'm telling y'all looking at me one way, but guess what? I didn't even think I was going to make it last night. That's how sick I was. But I was washing dishes and I was saying, okay, give me a word. Give me a word. Give me something, Father, so I can go on here. Give me something so I can give the people, so I can go on and give them a message. He didn't give me nothing. He didn't give me nothing. I came on here because based on who I am in him and him in me. I want you all to understand. We need to stop making him wrong so we can be right. It's over, Deborah. It's finished. But what does he say in Isaiah 58? Cry out. He said, cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Judah their sin. I've been telling y'all for the last 2 or 3 years, Judah is off the chain, y'all. Judah is a mess. I don't see how any other house of Israel could even look into righteous if Judah's coming up the way they're cutting up. Judah is cutting up from the floor. Okay, so let's go to 1 Corinthians. You'll go to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. 1 Corinthians chapter 16. No, 15. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33 and 34. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33 and 34. And it reads, 33. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners. Awaken to righteousness. Awaken to what? Righteousness. How many times Sister Deborah told y'all? How are they saying they awaken? I'll be having to say it to the Father. Father, how could they say they awaken? What are they waking to? Stupidity? What's wrong with them? They going back. Spirit and truth is righteous. The light of Ahia is righteous. They're not waking to that, you guys. Now listen to what he says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 34. Awaken to righteousness. So when you got your tail out there telling people we the true Jews, this is what Sister Deborah was saying. So what? It don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not awakening in spirit and truth to the light. And what Ahia said? Righteousness. Now listen to this. And sin not. For some has not the knowledge of Ahia, which I understand that too, because the Father shared that with me. For some have not the knowledge of Ahia. I speak this to your shame. I speak this to your shame. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 34. Awaken to righteousness. So because you the true Jews, so what? It don't mean nothing but evil and wicked. Because that's what you've been portraying since the beginning of time. So what they thinking is the people going to see them different because they are the true Jews. No, they're not. Higher. The one that I've come to know, you guys, the one that had taught me as a little girl what took place before the foundation of the world. Let me tell you something. If you think for 1 minute he's going to go back into it and change everything, oh, since they know you the true Jews, I'm going to flip this script and I'm going to turn this and turn that. Use a lie from the pit of hell. He's not. And he's not going to change the end game. Because you want to be recognized as a true Jew. And not. Now, this is what the sad part is. How is it that you want to be labeled as the true Jews, but don't want to go into the biblical and pull out how ugly and wicked and murderous and whoremongering and disobedient, stiff-necked and rebellion toward the Creator himself? Bring that on out, bro. Now one of these Negroes on this devil platform will bring any of that out. Now one of them. You know why? It's spirit and truth. And they want to bring the light. And what does it say? It tells them in verse 33. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 33. Be not deceived. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners. And verse 34. Awaken to righteousness. So I don't give a rat's behind if you the true Jews. If you have not awakened to righteousness, I don't give a rat's behind you awaken that you are the people. I don't give a rat's behind who you awaken to be. If you have not awakened to righteousness, which is spirit and truth and the light, you're still acting a monkey, as you have always. Okay? So he says in 34, awaken to righteousness and sin not. For some has not the knowledge of a higher. See, this is what he gives me. Deborah, some of them don't even have the knowledge. I'm like, wait a minute, Father, the knowledge ain't nothing. He said, yeah, they don't even have that. Do y'all know that? Do y'all understand that? A higher is understanding. His Holy Spirit is coming to give you the full understanding of wisdom and knowledge. He sitting here saying, but Deborah, they don't even have knowledge. They are mess creek. I mean, real mess creek. Because this is what it said. For some has not the knowledge of a higher. I speak this to your shame. Because if you ain't got knowledge, then wait a minute, hold up, bro. What are you on these devil platforms call yourself teaching? They've been on here for quite a long time. And they've been breeding people under their deceiving group, organization, camps, church. And people eating it up. And let them eat it up. Because my father says it's over. They can eat it. Matter of fact, give them a 4-meal deal every day. Matter of fact, give them 3 meals, 4-meal deals. And let them eat it up and eat it out. Because when they finish, you still are going to be looking straight into the lake of fire. Oh, yes. Okay? So he said, even though he's telling you, his people tell him about their transgression and they sin. Oh, he know you ain't going to listen. He already know that. Why? How is it that the Most High knows that already? Wait a minute, Father, y'all. You sitting here telling us to blow the trumpet on our people, on your people, and show them their transgression and their sin. Why are you doing that? Why are you saying that your elects are to do that? When you know already they ain't going to listen. Why is it they not going to listen? Anybody in the live chat? Because they haven't listened to the Father. They haven't listened to the Son. So, you see, that's why Sister Deborah already know they're not going to listen. But a higher love to cross his T's and dot his I's. He loved to cross his T's and dot his I's. A lot of people don't even know. A higher don't even have to look at you not one day of your life. He already got you either up or got you down. That's how deep he is. That's why I say the fear of a higher is worth fearing and worth receiving that gift of fear. Because it puts you in a mindset, you better watch yourself. You don't know who you messing with. These men today, they could care less. They got it going on to themselves. Okay, let's go to Malachi. Let's go to Malachi chapter 2. Malachi chapter 2 and verse 2. Chapter 2 and verse 2. And it reads, if ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, said Yahweh of hosts, I would even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already. Praise the mighty Yah. That's the part I'm telling y'all who y'all messing with. You don't know who you messing with. He don't have to rumble because we want to rumble a certain way. You don't have to do things our way. We ain't nobody. Where we get off and thinking that we got to do what we want to do, and he's gonna honor what we want to do. We got to say what we want to say, and he's gonna honor that. No, he's not. You're gonna honor your own self in the lake of fire. That's where you're gonna honor. Now listen to what he said in Malachi chapter 2 and verse 2. If ye would not hear, and if ye will lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, said Yahweh of hosts, I would even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessing. Yea, I have cursed them already. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you the true Jews. Yeah, baby, you the true Jews. You the true monkeys. They've been clowning since the beginning of time. You are definitely the true Jews. Tribe of Judah. You the true Jews. And here, I love what he said because I thought that was cute. That's why I put that down where he said, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already. That's what Sister Deborah was telling y'all. Father has everything orchestrated from the beginning to the end. Anything in between, it has been mastered already. So when we get on here on these devil platforms and want to sprout on the fence and want to talk about this and talk about that and try to make people thinking you holy, then thou mean you going to dress the role, act the role, speak the role, and pretend you just holy than thou. Stop that. You might as well stop it. It's called clowning in the eyes of Yah because he knows already who you are. So you just clowning for the devil's platform. So what did he say is here? I have cursed them already because ye do not lay it to heart. See, he already know where your heart is at. So all these people be on here role playing, trying to pretend, oh, they holier than thou and trying to teach you something. They ain't teaching you nothing until they're able to teach you spirit and truth and the light and show you the direction to the narrow gate. And let them know that you worship your Father and your Father only and not them. Okay, now let's go to Numbers. Let's see what's in Numbers. In the book of Numbers, let's see what they're talking about over in here. In the book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 12. Let's see what it says. And Ahiah spoke unto Moses. Now listen to this, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. You can't mess with this man. And he's not a man like flesh. You can't mess with this creator. Don't you dare try. Listen to this here. In Numbers chapter 20, verse 12. And Ahiah spoke unto Moses and Aaron. And this is what he said. Because ye believed me not. Believe me not. To sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. These clowns on this devil platform, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, and all these, they clowning, y'all. They clowning. What is he saying to Aaron? Hear what he said to Aaron and Moses. And Ahiah spoke unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believed me not. Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Moses and Aaron? Wait a minute now. What's going on? Listen to this. To sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel. Therefore, ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. So long. See how you see? Now, you the true Jews, go back to that. How you like that? How you like him now? How you like him now? And you think you're going over to the promised land. He didn't let Moses nor Aaron go. So what makes you, cause you the true Jews, your tail going somewhere? You messed up from the floor up. You got my Father in the heavens bent. And he ain't even bent, y'all. That's how sick these people are. You got him messed up from the floor. You've been ruining him since the beginning of time. And Sister Deborah is called out to tell you, not to keep warning you. It's finished. So you can keep on playing in your clown clothes, like in your subscribers. He already got you marked with nothing. You ain't even got marked in your forehead because you still clowning in yourself. Now listen to what he says. And now listen, now this is what I'm trying to say to you all. Now if he said this to Moses and Aaron, and they the two Jews. Wait a minute. They the Jews. They the people. But are they tell going to the promised land? Somebody need to talk to Sister Deborah. She needs some help. She gone. She lost it. Now you sitting here telling these people, these Negro men, and they don't have a fear, a conscience, compassion, mercy, grace, nothing in them to represent the Creator. Nothing. But they thinking they going somewhere. We the people, we the true Jews. Yeah, you the true fools. Instead of true Jews, you the true fools. Now listen to this. And he said to them, the children of Israel, for me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation unto the land which I have given them. So that's how they tells them get over there. Moses and Aaron didn't either. What was they doing? See, people would prefer giving you what you want to hear. So that you giving them something though. Don't get me wrong now. You giving them something. You giving them something, baby. You are giving them something. Anybody give these people something, guess what? You are not of a higher. You are not of a higher. Anybody that gives these people something, they are not of a higher. And a higher ain't gonna say, he gonna come in and say, wait a minute, don't give them nothing. No, because you've been following them for so long, you still as lost as they are. And not only did you get you a set of clown clothes that they didn't had on, you got clown clothes on too. This is the same people that's running around here talking about we the true Jews. So what? Did they come out of the prom? Did they get to the promised land? Tell you, wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Y'all need to get with this here. Aaron and Moses, y'all. He shot them down. He told them, y'all ain't worth a dime. That's what he's telling them. What is it? Listen to what he said. Because ye believe not. Ye believe not. Hold up, Father, y'all. Hold up. You mean Moses and Aaron, the one these Negro men of the Hebrew Israelite move and run behind, Moses this and Moses that? You mean to tell me you said that they believe not, Father? This is what Sister Deborah is saying to you all. These men are not giving spirit and truth, y'all. They ain't getting the truth of the matter of none of this here, this book. Nor have they heard from the voice of a higher to speak spirit and truth or to give the message of life. So they just out there feeding you all to do what? To deceive you. And just as Aaron and Moses didn't go, the whole congregation didn't go either. Those. The children made it, but that's exactly how it's going to be this time. While everybody thinking that we going on boats and we all going to the promised land. And we all, baby, let me tell you something. People don't even understand. He already fulfilled that once. He took these darn Negroes over to the promised land and gave them the promised land, their children, the promised land floating with milk and honey. Every tribe had their own land floating with milk. Is it that, because see, one thing you can't do, y'all, this is why I try to explain to people, especially to women. Men would try to make it you the fault of everything. They have a reason to do that. They want to be, say the book is about them and the book mean they rule, they in control, they this and they that. Okay, when it come down to the Father, okay, destroying your tail, you make sure you say you the book. You make sure you know that he's talking to you. See, they too ignorant. They can't even see that. You see, they so ignorant they can't even see that because they have deceived people for so long to where they even deceive their own self. And that's the way they live. Now, did you all, anybody in the live chat, did you all know that that's the way he said it to Moses and Aaron? Because they didn't believe. Wouldn't you have thought Moses at least? What you taking your tail up to the mountain all the time, talking to him on holy ground and in the spirit, and you don't have a spirit in you to believe? Wait a minute, hold up. Something wrong with that. Something is wrong with that picture. See, these Negro men make men up here, but they put a higher all the way to the floor and put men up here. They don't care if that man murdered 1 million people. They don't care if what a higher put in here by Moses. They don't care about nothing. They just want to boost, uplift men so they can be glorified and looked at as kings, leaders, and rulers. And they don't understand rule hell. You're going to be king in hell. That's about all. That's about it. So when they finish clowning, they got their place already that's already predestined. Because this is the sort of information I just said to you all that we need to get in here and see what the true Jews really look like and how Israel conduct themselves towards your father, towards your creation. Don't wait till Sister Deborah get on here and run her mouth. Don't wait. Get in there and see. See for yourself. Read for yourself. Don't make my father no lie. I tell you that. Whatever you do, don't make him no lie. Because he ain't found it in no lie. And he put everything out so you could see it. Just as plain as day, he's sitting here telling Aaron and Moses, y'all don't believe. You don't hear a Negro on this devil platform quoting that verse. Because they don't want you to see nothing that has to do with men not ever following the rules of Yah. They don't want you to believe that. That's why they won't cover the end game of Deuteronomy 28. They don't want nobody to know. But you want to run up in the heathens in the synagogue of Satan saying, we the true Jews. So it ain't gonna still go your way because you say you the true Jews. That shows you, and I try to explain to you all, and I don't know if I'm really getting to you about this. Deuteronomy 28, from verse 15 all the way to 68, it closes it out. That means they are not going to succeed or override what that has said. They down for the count. They're going to be destroyed. Then when you go over to Isaiah chapter 3, he said and tell you, I'm going to destroy them. Then you go to Isaiah chapter 4, he telling them it's going to be more women than men. And they sit here around talking about we're going to have all the kind of wives. You see how sick they are? That's how sick their minds are. Sister Deborah is not saying these people are gone for nothing. For me to sit here and tell you all they gone, what's going to happen to me? God going to make sure I'm gone in hell. I can't afford that. So I'd rather speak spirit and truth and speak the light in the midst of darkness. Okay? So I like that. So you all need to write that down. That's Numbers chapter 20 and verse 12. And that's Torah. Since they want to talk about Torah. Torah. You see what I'm saying? Don't come talking to me about no Torah, like Torah so holy than thou. Torah did more sin than anybody else. The people did. And okay, let's go to Romans. Romans chapter 2. Let's see what it said in Romans chapter 2. Get from under these people, you guys. Don't be in captivity to these words in which they speak. It has no spirit, nor is it truth. Okay, Romans chapter 2, verse 23. Okay, though thou make it thy boast of the law. That's what they do. Watch this here. Though through breaking the law, dishonor thy Yah. Now let's do this again. We go in Romans chapter 3. Though that make it thy boast of the law. That's how they do. They want to beat you down like they know the law. And the law said this, and the law said that. You got to follow the law and the command. Sit your tail down. You ain't followed not one law. Because let me tell y'all something y'all do not know. And I might can put this on women too. 99.9 of these men have never respect their mother. That's why they on here hooping and hollering, want to make sure they degrade women. Because now one of them, they already failed the commandment. So they would get other men to fail it too. By telling them women ought to shut up and to belittle them because they done messed up the commandment that says honor your mother and father, because now one of them honored their mother and father. They never did. And if they did, let me tell you how they do it. They'll do it based on their understanding of honoring. They'll tell you when I did no. If you disrespect your mother in any shape, form, or fashion, you put your hand on her, you called her out, you did anything, baby, hell is waiting for your tail. In case you didn't know that. See, they thinking they're going to make a higher wrong and they're going to live right. And that's their whole goal on this devil platform, is to deceive. They don't understand how they already signed their contract with Satan, that I'm going to deceive as many as possible. I'm going to make my own laws. I'm going to make my own rules. I'm going to have my own understanding. I'm going to have my own wisdom, and I'm going to have my own knowledge. And I'm going to make sure my emotions and my personal opinion is all, and my feelings is all mixed in it. And I'm going to rule this way. And the people going to love me. They're going to like me. They're going to subscribe to me. And I see more nonsense. I started a little over 4 years ago. I see more trash than I did when I started. And that's sad, coming from the same people who've been on here for so long. Okay, now here in Romans chapter 2 and verse 23, it says, though that make it thy boast of the law, through breaking the law, dishonor thy higher. See, they boast about the law and the commandment, but they breaking them. That's what I was just trying to tell y'all. And they want y'all to think that they upholding something. They in righteousness. They in belief. They in faith. They in fear. Baby, you ain't got near one of them brands on you, because that's why he sung my tail. That's why I'm down here. To let you know. It's over. You done got enough subscribers and likes. I hope they gave you enough $20 or whatever for it. Because that time that you're still riding on and trying to manipulate people and deceive, you can go and deceive as many people you want to. Matter of fact, make some t-shirts up and hand all of them clowns t-shirts saying clowns. That's what you need to do. And sell them if you need to, because that's what it's going to be. They clowning with you, for you, around you, in your likes and in your subscriber. Y'all clowning. Because nothing y'all are doing or saying represent my Father in heaven. And he deserves more than what you all are putting out here. You have wronged him up and down and all around, and don't give a rat's behind. Don't have no grace, no compassion, no mercy, no unity, no nothing. He represents all that good stuff. Let me tell you how sick it is, you guys. Listen to how sick this is. He done poured out grace and mercy on all of us. The heathens, the murderers, the rapers, Satans. We all getting mercy and grace. These Negroes come on here trying to represent my Father and won't even give their sisters nor their brothers mercy and grace. No compassion, no unity, no nothing but evil and wicked. And then you get these nappy-headed women that call themselves tying their heads up, sitting here talking about the heathens have hate. Baby, you need to check out your hate, because your people got a hate out of this world. So you can't sit and try to make yours different than theirs, because your hate is just as high level than theirs. Why? Because you were supposed to represent the most high, higher, and you refuse to. You start hating on your women. You start hating on your men. You start not taking care of your children and hating on your children. And these men so ignorant, they don't even understand. When he stand before glory, he gonna ask them still, what about your seeds, your talents? See, they think their talents is being on the devil's platform, signing the devil's application. Say, I get on here and clown for you. I deceive my own people. No, those are not your talents. You ain't got none. That's why. Okay, I like here because he's actually showing you that they want to uphold the law and at the same time dishonor it. That's what this is what Sister Deborah is talking about. Okay, now let's go to Isaiah 29. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and 13. Let's see what Isaiah 29 is saying. Make sure if you are, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the flu. I don't think it's, I think it's something else that they got out here and they released it. And that's why I say, why everybody monkeying around, that shows me this country needs to be destroyed, because everybody here's stupid. Everybody here's stupid. This is the dumbest country in the whole wide world. That all of a sudden, now there's 3 things out that people are catching. Wait a minute. The flu didn't even exist 2 years ago because you wanted the other thing to be up on a pedestal. And nobody says anything. That's lead me to understand heavens release any and everything. And when heaven release it, ain't nobody going to question nothing. That's how I look at it. Okay, let me go to Isaiah 29. Let's see what Isaiah 29 is saying. Isaiah 29 and verse 13. Isaiah 29 and verse 13. Isaiah 29 and verse 13. I hope this is right. And it reads, wherefore Ahiah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouths. That's what they do on this devil platform. They want to call to draw to the Father with their mouth. Now watch this here. And with their lips. And what else? Do honor me. So they honor him with their mouth and their lips, but have removed their heart far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Look down there, M-E-N. The fear. Their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. That's what I've been sitting here even saying. That these men then. That's why they won't go to Deuteronomy 28. See, their tears gone. That's why. I understand why they don't. I just want to see into next year to see how they're going to deny the book. They're going to deny the book. They have to. Because everything they have said, nothing wasn't righteous. It doesn't fall under righteousness. They're doing them. Now listen to this. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 13. Wherefore Ahiah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouths and with their lips, dishonor me. With their lips, they dishonor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear is taught by the precept of man. See what I'm saying? These men did messed up these young men and these young women, messed them up from the floor. And they thinking that the Most High ain't gonna say nothing. You know why I say? Let me tell you why I say that. You can tell that they don't know how to. They're clowning and they're not giving spirit and truth, and they know they're not. I would be more fearful that Moses and Aaron didn't make it. You see what I'm saying? And he turned around and said they didn't believe. And you brought your nappy-headed tails here and proclaiming that you all that and some in this day of your captivity. And you just didn't understand Moses and Aaron didn't make it because they didn't have belief. Same way to this time. What makes you think he's taking your tail somewhere? He's not. So shout loud. Tell them they transgression and their sins. You ain't going nowhere. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Okay, let me remove this individual right quick. Alrighty. 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 Okay, so Ezekiel 36. Okay, Ezekiel, you finna wear me out again, ain't you, Ezekiel? Ezekiel 36. He's finna add on to what Sister Deborah said. That's all he's doing is just adding on. In Ezekiel 36 and verse 20, I just titled this thing, we have wronged the Most High Ahiah for so many years, forever. And we standing in today in the midnight hour, calling ourselves righteous. Y'all. No. And you know what? I always thought about Moses like that, because when he told me, I want you to go to them all and then look up their name from heaven. And then I looked up all their names and I said, well, wait a minute, I don't see Moses here. Moses did a lot of things against Ahiah. He had audacity because the children of Israel were doing so many sick things. And when the Moses kept telling Ahiah he need to repent, not the children, but Ahiah, typical men today. The typical men today will stand right with each other no matter how wrong they are, how wicked and evil, how disobedient, stiff-necked, and rebellious. These men on this devil platform will stand with these men to the T. That's how it was easy to jump on Kanye and Kyrie, because that's what's in them. And guess what Moses told him? He said, if you ain't gonna forgive them, block my name. I said, Father, did you blot him? Did you blot him? Blot his darn tail out. Blot. Who told him he was in there anyway? Blot his tail out of the book. Talking about blot my name out of the book. And Ahiah told him, I blot those that he will blot. You know, in a sense, you don't tell me what to do. You see how men today is? That's the same way Moses is. Why do you think these men hold firm to Moses? Because Moses did a lot of things against your father. And you too crazy enough to not even get in the book and read what Moses said and the things he done to your father. That's why Sister Deborah said to you that I was disobedient, because the father said, go back and see how many times I destroyed them. And every time I go back to read it, I'm like, so being destroyed at the end game is nothing. No, Deborah, it's nothing. I'm like, all right, I can feel that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. See, but it's just, we don't have the right to challenge my father at his word. We don't have the right. It's nothing in us that should lead us to believe that we can make his word wrong so we can live right. Stand on his word. Believe what he said. Salute his curse. Salute his chastising. Salute his discipline. Salute everything he has done on a people, whether it's good or evil. Salute him. Because he's not wrong. We are. You see what I'm saying? We want to make him wrong so we can look right. So we can be right. You don't get a chance. You're going to get a chance to be right in hell. Okay? Now, in Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 20, it reads, and when they enter into the heathens, now, here we go. Come. When they enter into the heathens, whether they went, that means on every place that the ship dropped off the house of Israel, different continents and different countries. He said, whether they went, they profane my holy name. Now, why do he have to be lying? Why is it Ahiah has to be lying and we got to be the truth? That doesn't make any sense. Now, watch this here. They profane my, verse 20, they profane my holy name when they said to them, that's us throwing Negroes right today, like we deal with the white people today, the heathens and the Gentiles. This is how we deal with them. We kiss tails. Even if it's to go up against my father, they would do it, especially these men. They would kiss these Europeans' tail up to the utmost and then disrespect their women. You see how sick they are? See, they ain't sick today. They've been sick. You see? They've been sick. Okay. Now, here it is. Now, listen to what he said. When they said to them, these are the people of Ahiah and are gone forth out of his land. Now, here's the heathens, y'all. Do y'all have that? Ezekiel 36, verse 20. Here's the heathen saying, wait a minute. Y'all profaning Ahiah's name? Wait a minute. His holy name? And we sit here profaning it in the face of these white people, these heathens. Disrespecting Ahiah. See, what did I tell you? But we want to stand on this devil platform and make these people think we holier than thou. We the true Jews. Get your tail somewhere and sit down. You true fool. That's what you are. You don't represent my most high, Ahiah in spirit and truth. You sit your tail down somewhere. Stop that clowning. Now watch this here. When they said unto them, when the heathen said unto them, these are the people of Ahiah. They are gone forth out of his land. See, they knew who you were. These doing Negroes today call themselves marching. Tell me we the true Jew. Jew your tail somewhere and sit down. What do that mean if you ain't found under righteousness? What do that mean when you ain't found it under faith? What does it mean when you have not belief? You haven't been branded with it. You see how they done taught men been teaching each other and trying to keep women's mouths closed? There's a reason why. So they can serve and worship Satan. That's why. Y'all didn't know they did you. So they can serve and worship Satan. Because they know that if the women has to speak, 99.9, it's going to have to be the truth. But it's going to tell on them. That's why they don't want women to speak. How you going to tell Ohio that if he said he'll have the rocks to cry out? Hold on, Father Yah. You mean the rocks? He had the donkey to speak. Wait a minute, Father Yah, you had the donkey? But you gave me your breath and your image, and you mean I can't speak about you? You see how sick they are? They don't want you to exceed them, or what do they call it? Exalt yourself above them, because they down low with Satan. Dealing with him. Taking all of men down low with him. In verse 21, it says, we in Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 21, it says, but I had pity on my holy name. How you said that? He had to have pity on his holy name. If you thinking these Negroes going to have pity about what they doing, nah. They came straight over to this land, disrespecting their father, disowning Ahiah, profaning his name, disgracing him right in front of the heathens. They have nerve to stand there, want to march. We the true Jews. True Jew, your tail somewhere and sit down. Talking about you the true Jew. And here it is in verse 21. But I had pity on my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathens, whether they went. And he said they went everywhere they went. They profaned his name. Woo, Father Yah, you know you deep. Woo, that's deep. They profaned his name everywhere they go. The islands, no matter where they went, he said they profaned his name. And that's what I was trying to explain to y'all now. It's like that now. Ain't none of them representing Ahiah. They spraddling the fist, and the fist that they are on one side and the next, they are on the heathen side and in the world side. They ain't nowhere near y'all. They are not nowhere near y'all. So you go get on either side you want. They are nowhere near y'all. They are nowhere near the Father. And they deceiving the people by great number. And Ahiah said, I don't have no problems, Deborah. I don't have no problems. Okay. Let me see. It's Romans chapter 2 and verse 12. Let me see if Romans chapter 2 and verse 12. Romans chapter 2 and verse 12. And it reads, for as many as have sinned without the law shall also perish without the law. And as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. Praise the Most High Yah. I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. I was asking the Father for a message. I thank him for allowing me to speak on this, because he didn't give me a message through the water. But I figured, hey, what's a better message is to let these people know we need to stop rolling you and disrespecting and profaning your name. It's just not right. It's not right, y'all. You can say what you want, think what you want, feel what you want. It's not right. It's no righteous in it. It's no righteous. And understand this, y'all. This is the key. This is the key. Before the foundation of the world was created, Ahiah put belief, faith, fear, and righteous in his. Yep. And Yeshua just came down as the sacrifice of blood to redeem them back in the midst of their sin, to wash away their sin and get them back home. So if you're thinking the higher has to bend down and bend under you, he has to go your way and do your way. You go on, keep thinking that. Sister Deborah gonna keep preaching and teaching the word that the Father gives me to give unto the people. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. And that's all I can say. Because this, I was in the water. I guess that's it, ain't it, Father? I guess like you said, it's finished. He said, yeah, it's finished. He say but you got to still run the race. So just because it's finished don't mean Sister Deborah had to stop where she's at and say, okay, I'm gonna sit here until it's all over. No, I'm gonna keep on talking as long as you give me the strength and continue to give me messages to speak on or to study to go on. I'm gonna do just that. But based on the way things are going and have been going, I mean, I'm telling you, people are just off the chain. It's just off the chain. And the sad part is about it. I don't care who you look at every day, who you hear on these devil platforms every day and like and subscribe and say this and that. I don't care who they are. If you ain't chose a higher above them and what they're saying, and if a higher is his spirit in you, it's going to have you to measure saying to see it is if it is of him. So a lot of people don't care. They want to say they got the Ruach HaKodesh. They want to say that they're the children and they're the this and they're the that. But they made me please. And I was just thinking, there are so many verses of Ahia telling them that they ain't going nowhere. And they still sitting here thinking that it's like they trying to tell him, whether you like it or not, or you want to or not, we all going. We all going. We can do what we want. We can say what we want. We all going because we the people. Just like they sitting here telling these people and marching. We the true Jews. I wouldn't even want to march. I would not even want to even dare march. Come in unity to march and ain't come in unity in righteousness. Ain't come in unity in spirit and truth. Ain't come in unity in the light. But you want to come in unity in your community, building up your community, cleaning it up. But you want to come in unity because a man, oh my God, play basketball. See, and what I pinpoint is it's got to do with a lot of money. They want to taste that money. They think if they do this here, this individual gonna give them something. That's what I think. I really think so. Because this Marcus Rogers, he used to be on there trying to get all those Kanye and all those who had money to come to his church. He's a gold digger. And if he ain't been under nobody, especially the Ruach HaKodesh, to teach him, he lost without a cause. But they falling behind him. They eating him up. And I said, go eat him up, eat him up, eat him down. Know that you're going to meet him where he's going because it's not going to be a higher. People don't even understand that it's a lot of things taking place that is going to end a lot of things for everybody. Let's say, for instance, this here thing that they got out. They made sure they did that last year too, y'all. They put that thing out in October, I think. And people got sick in November and December. And in the beginning of the year, all the way up until like March, everybody was getting sick. And they called it something else. Now they trying to get people to go get the flu shot. People don't even understand the flu shot still got that V in that stuff in it. They ain't fooling nobody. But people are so sick. They just want a shot to mess with their mind, just mentally. And I learned that the majority of our people are the number one that's hungry for those shots and those flu shots. I mean, when I hear them, I said, it's a sad thing. These some sad people. Father said, didn't I tell you they was destroyed? He tells me that all the time. I told you they was destroyed. I said, I believe you, Father. You said it in your word, and I believe it. I can see it. I can see it. They are totally destroyed because they don't see nothing about what's going on. All of them running out there, them black people running out there talking, I got to get my flu shot. Take your tail on and get your flu shot. Take your tail on and get your flu shot. And like whatever it is, it brings you down. It really does. It takes you way down. But Sister Deborah ain't got no sense. She don't let it take her there. Oh no, you ain't. Where you going? Get your butt down. You don't rule this one. This body. You don't rule this. Stand down. Like I said last night, I mean, I said if I lay here and something happened, my kids, them, they gonna come call morning, they ain't gonna be able to get me. But that's still okay. That's still okay. I think I've done enough to do the part that I was called to do. I'm willing to go longer as long as Father give me the life to be able to continue running this race. And as long as he said you in the race and you still in the race, I'm going to be in that race. I'm going to be in that race. But I'm going to call this trash to be trash. I'm going to call it out. This devil platform got any and every wickedness at its highest on here. And it's a sad thing. People want to portray that they represent a higher in the same trash that the world is representing a higher on these devil platforms. You can't even, you're not even set apart. You can't even tell the difference. Say, for instance, if they stand up and they say, okay, we the true Jews. If they had action behind, if they had grace and mercy and compassion and unity and righteous and stuff like that to show that they are somebody special to the Most High, a higher, then yeah. But how you say, I don't care if they think they Jews. I said that in Hosea. But what did I say they're going to happen to them, Darb? You said they perish. You said they perish. And you was going to reject them and their children. You said that, Father. Yeah, I didn't. So he called them my people, but he told you what he's going to do with them. We don't want to see him like that. We want to see him as the way these men are teaching you all in your ears how you are to see him. And we this and we that. And we didn't gave ourselves so much credit and boasting. We so ignorant. We ain't even seen how he just said it to Moses. You and Moses, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all don't believe. Woo! That's deep. See, you ain't never heard no man. You have never heard no man teach that. You have never heard these brothers teach that. They won't teach nothing that's going to bring them into being chastised and disciplined and correct. Oh no, that's why they don't want to go over Deuteronomy 28. Because they want to stay out there stupid and take everybody down with the ship. And they doing a good job. But the reason why I say it's a good job, because my father says it's finished. So you can take anybody you want down. So long. So that's what time. Did anybody have any questions in the live chat? Anybody have any questions? No questions. So Sister Deborah say then, I see you again. And shalom and shalom. Nope, it's not. It's not working like I thought that it would. It's not working. And I'm gonna tell you what I got in it. I got fresh garlic, fresh ginger, and I got whole lemons with the seeds and everything. And I got a little dab of honey, and I puree it. It's like medicine where you can spoon 3 spoons, at nighttime. And it might not be doing anything for this here thing that they got out, but it could be doing something for my body as far as and I wouldn't know. But so far I haven't seen anything changing. So I would say no. And I'm gonna continue to take it. I appreciate you all too tuning in. All right. So Sister Deborah says, oh yes, I have a lot of that. I even have the fresh as well. I'm gonna try that too. Yeah. So let's see, here's someone else. All righty, and you all have a blessed night, and I hope you got something out of this. So Sister Deborah says, shalom and shalom.